So this time I'm back and I started recording. You know, this gets me thinking, which I've thought about this a lot of times. Hold on, let me just set up my phone. Hold on, let me just also delete this. What is this? What's that even doing on the channel? I don't want other things to get thrown into the viewer's eyes. I want only the live stream to get thrown into the viewer's eyes. Let's see. We're thankfully back. I'm just setting up the stream right now. Hope nothing goes wrong this time. Which I'm sure it won't. I just have something to say, you know? Regarding power outages. I just thought about something, man, like power outages and why they happen it's very weird in this day and age right now. Like it's nonsensical, like it's, and I've looked into it, by the way. I'm not speaking out of my ass. So like the thing that is so bad about power outages happening is that they don't have any there's no bigger picture to look at on why you would turn off the power for like some people. Like when I think about power outages, I'm like, why do they even happen? Like there surely must be some reason, but if you look it up, there are no reasons. There are no noble philosophical reasons. Oh, let's cut the power so that these people realize what it feels like being without power and living like Neanderthals or something. There's no philosophical reason behind it. There's no investment even. Like there's no incentive on wanting to turn off the power. Like I got curious one day and I'm like, why do power outages even happen in the first place? Like surely there must be a reason, like an investment. Like if you're the government, for example, and you want to shut down the power for a bit of time for your citizens, there's no reason that justifies why the power shuts down. It just happens. Like I've lived for so long that it's normalized and all that, but like it shouldn't be. It totally should not be normalized. It's not normal for the power to just shut down like that. There's no rhyme or reason behind it. Like it's weird that it's happening in my world, especially like in this 21st century, and not any 21st century. It's not like the start or anything. It's like we're 25 years deep into this century. Why is this happening type of problem? Like why is this still happening type of problem? And you can't come up with anything. It's not an investment. Like let's say in a scenario the money is returning crazy to the government by just turning off the power out of random, or giving you a limited power, like an alternative power path, which in here there is an alternative power path that is limited. There's just no reason why that exists. Like why do we even rely on that? Trust me when I say we rely on that. Otherwise, there's not enough power in here. Like, power outages would take... Like, in 24 hours, we'd have 10 hours to... Like, maybe not 10, 8 hours of the full government-given electricity being on. And now you see, when there's no rhyme or any reason behind any of this happening, this is why every time it happens... Every single day that it happens, it's been happening for all my life, but every time feels like the first time. Each day it gets more and more severe, more annoying, more irritating. No matter how many ways you try to find to bypass it, it still bites you in the ass. Like you have a power supply, cool. That power supply is not gonna last 10 minutes. It's not gonna last 10 minutes. Even if it does, it shouldn't. It shouldn't stay on for 10 minutes. Your government may not have enough power supply for all the people 24/7 maybe. There is no justification. There's no talk like that. When fucking worlds out there have infinite electricity. And if you're not down to giving us enough electricity, infinite, fuck infinity, okay? Give something serviceable. Work well with the alternative path that gives electricity to the people. Because like here we have two types. One that is government given, that is, you can turn on anything, but it turns off at such a random spot, where I prefer the other one that is limited, because it at least, you know, that one when it shuts down, it also shuts down, like sometimes shuts down at random, which is what happened a couple of minutes ago. That's why I started the stream. That one usually, it kind of alternates into the next one. It transitions more normally to the next power, which is the government given power, whenever that comes back, whenever it decides to come back, you know. Like, it waits for that power to come, that power comes on, so nothing is turned off in the house. And then you're good with your day. But the main government given one has the possibility to turn off at any moment. And then maybe after like 10 to 15 minutes, the guy that runs the thing that works the electricity for a certain part of the city goes to his place, turns on that limited power that you can turn limited stuff in. Like, I can't turn on the entire house's electricity for that. That basically is this life that I'm living. It's weird that it's 25 years into this 21st century and it's still that way. There's no answer to it. That's why it's just so horrible. If there was an answer to it, like, I'd at least, I'm a guy that looks for answers. I'm a guy that is constantly looking for answers, okay? When something like this that just goes against my nature of looking for answers, is this just that annoying bitch ass thing? It fucks with you. Like, this is why no matter how many times happens, you can't get the people used to this, where the power shuts down like that. You just can't. It'll always be annoying. It'll always catch people off guard. You'll never be likable, no matter what. It just is what it is. But it is what it is. Like, I just wanted to rant about it for a couple of minutes before getting to Kronos. Nice combo. Nice combo, wombo. And now one of my favorite sections in all of God of War. Sounds like not enough voltage, hence not enough current. Or it's an ampere thing. It's an ampere thing. Maybe your country hasn't developed enough energy plants to power the whole country at once. The whole country does get powered at once. It's just not in a consistent way. The murderer of Gaia enters my tomb. Kronos! I know it was you who killed her, Spartan. Who else could? I live in torment because of you. After you took the box from Pandora's temple, Zeus was consumed with fear. He banished me to the pits of Tartarus. I was tasked by the gods to kill Ares. You killed Ares out of your need for vengeance, but this time, retribution finally comes to me, Spartan. Did you play Sparking Zero? Nah. I'm not down to spending money on every game nowadays. I bought Astral Chain the last couple of days. Hold on, let me turn this off after I was done with that door puzzle. I bought Vanquish the other day. Here it is. Because it was a steal. I'm still not ready to play it. I just decided to buy it and I'll get to it in like a month's time, hopefully. Planning to finish Astral Chain. After that, I may get into Ninja Gaiden 2 again and see through to finish this normal run that I'm doing. Love how Kratos is bald like his grandpa. That's one way to put it. Vanquish is fun, and G2 is fun as fuck. I see what you mean. Have you played Naruto games? I think I answered this in the last stream as well. No. You're on moving platforms a lot of the time in God of War 3, you know? Like the start of the game, you're on top of a Titan. This spot right here, you're on top of a Titan. You're on a lot of moving platforms in God of War 3. Like even the labyrinth to an extent. Except the labyrinth is not moving to this rate. I love how this just knocks back every single enemy around you. No mistake happens with grabbing the wrong enemy or anything. The designer of this did such a nice job and was like, you know what, just clear every enemy around him. It's like a thing where, you know how in God of War 2 you get Atropos down. Boom. You get Atropos down in that fight when you fight her at the edge of the sword. And like the enemies are still around. It's still a hassle. I'm planning to not use the weapons here on the wall, even though I should be able to use it. I'm just gonna use grabs, okay? Because the blades are the only weapon used here. So like I don't wanna use it. If I use this somewhere accidentally, it is what it is. It doesn't matter. But like, just it's good to remember now. I bought Vanquish 2 like 2 days ago. It's peak. Platinum games is Platinum games. You know how it is. I'm not doing this shitty ass encounter like that. That's disrespectful to my name. The first thing I do if I had an ant trying to kill is shaking it off. You're not shaking off, Kratos. Come on now. Be real. Are you shaking off Kratos? He can just grapple onto you no matter what. Andrew Tate is now in my hand. Imagine losing the Oko like that. How much is the meta quest for Arkham Shadow? I'm trying to look into it, you know? Imagine if I end up buying the meta quest. I'm looking at Arkham Shadow clips and how it's getting a lot of praise and all that. I don't know if it's getting a lot of praise because the makers of the game kind of treated the Arkham YouTubers really nicely or what? Because I heard they treated these guys like they're some Saudi Arabian princes or something. Like they be giving Aqua, that boy Aqua, which is one of my favorite YouTubers. They gave him 2 headsets, like the VR one, the console itself, 2 of it. One lesser version of it, I think MetaQuest 3S, which I'm used to S meaning better, but like it's apparently not as good as the fat version, let's say, of the Quest. I don't know if these guys are shilling the game because they got treated nice, or because it's actually good, but you know what? I'm sure it's because it's actually good. Come on, all that praise, even by people that aren't YouTubers, is real cute. And Chronos is over. Chronos is over. It's not worth it. Is it really not worth it? Come on, like that's a really nice game right there. I've seen good clips of it. Very, very good clips of it. Will you buy a PS3 or Xbox 360 just for Arkham Origins? Is it that level of, you know, thing? So now we got the Nemesis Whip. I know you didn't see me get it. I swear I got it, okay? I'm not lying. I got it somewhere from a merchant. Really, false grabs? Fucking really? Boom! Same concept. The thing is, does good things come with... Oh, hold on. So, hold on. We have to retry all of this. I'm sorry. So, in here, we actually get the Harris Chalice, which I've considered into this challenge. We have to actually activate Harris Chalice because we get it here. It's not a weapon, I know, but it is a thing that adds more challenge. It's fun. So, Harris Chalice, what it does is cause the health meter to slowly drain over time, never completely emptying it. So, you become 1-shot or 2-shot. It's one of my favorite things God of War 3 ever did. Like, generally, the artifacts. Beautiful. The thing is that it doesn't turn it into a senseless no damage. Like, you're still not, if you're good enough. Like, I mean, if you take a hit, it's not so punishing where it ends it, right? It's very beautiful. So it's a really nice artifact. go. Fucking love the Nemesis whip. But it's a VR game. It just can't be defined as a game concept as Arkham Origins. Origins was actually great. No. The problem is not with the game. Like say Arkham Shadows is bad or whatnot. It's just that I don't know. Kingdom Hearts 3 has Harris Chalice. So they ripped off God of War 3 as well, huh? I see why the community dislikes it. Dead. Dead. Please die, sir. Dead. Boom. What? That air grapple thing does not apply damage to satyrs? Am I wrong? Air grapple thing? Air grapple does not deal damage to God of War 1 satyrs. Not all satyrs. Like God of War 2 instantly fixed that problem. I even say Origins PS3 X360 thing is way more justified than Arkham Shadow. Thing is, I guess with the Quest VR thing, a whole new world of video games gets opened up for me. I don't know. This guy's being extra generous. Getting launched with everything I do. Son of a bitch. What I did there was, after the dash I grabbed. I grabbed, then I tried to block, which was too late. Let's not forget the magic chest this time. For how little we're gonna need it. Man, I love that L right there. Yeah, I got bitch slapped down. More justified because a PS3 and 360 is way cheaper. Way cheaper? You know, you guys have brought up a very niche scenario. But it makes sense. Like getting a PS3, as I've said before, getting a PS3 means a whole lifetime to me. But like a PS3 is nothing that weird to get. Like compare that to getting a MetaQuest. That's like... That's a very, very different thing. Like... Very different to play a VR game than your casual, you know, console game. You're holding a controller in hand and whatnot. Like way too different. A whole world apart. This guy's the low health? Yeah. Bing. For the killing blow? Oh, what a lovely weapon, man. It's amazing because, like, this is what we have till the end of the game. That dishes out some cute damage. And is like a setup tool. It's very, very fun. And it's great that we at least have the magic to work with. Even though it's not gonna be that powerful. It doesn't stay for long. It doesn't chain a lot of enemies. It doesn't have insane range. But like generally what we have is very cool. It's not quite a Nemesis with Bane Plus. I still have magic at least. I still have dashing away with the boots of Hermes, so I'm much more agile while playing, much more risky. Not different in a good way though. Different in a way that favors a PS3. Look, there is no scenario in any life where I grow up and I look at God of War 3 and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna get a PS3. It's just not realistic. But a meta quest is something so niche. I may buy it for one game, but like, it opens up a whole new world of possibilities. Is the the original Resident Evil 4 VR, is that available on the meta quest? If it's available, then that's another plus. The thing I mostly have a problem with when it comes to VR is that... Hold on, why am I doing all this? The thing that I mostly have a problem with when it comes to VR is that... I know this is business. I know you're trying to profit off of the new thing, even if it's inferior to actual console games. The thing is that I wish there was one VR console. But no. There's multiple, and they're all equally good, and they all have, exclusives. Like, I bet that Resident Evil 4 game that I just talked about is only available on the VR headset X9000 GOG something. You know, the one where people watch the Hog2a podcast too? Drinking their prime, eating their lunchly, and listening to Thick of It by KSI. Hey, yo, play that new KSI. Like, I wish there was one VR. One thing in the world that makes VR. That way you get it and you have that weird Attack on Titan thing. That weird Gmod stuff that I see. Meta games. Meta Quest games. Fuck you, Zuckerberg. Sony VR titles. Phony VR titles. I don't know. Just all in one place so that if I buy it for one... I'm not buying it for one game. You feel me? Like, I'm at least getting it for a bigger... I don't know how to describe it. I just wish there was ever only one. And that's all. Didn't have to use the head. This is gonna be very fun to do. Let's take the chest in case I take a solid hit to the face. Even though I'm still gonna die if I take one. If it was the same price, then it would be more justified to get the quest, in my opinion. Yo, boys, yo, Uncle Phil. Yes, sir. Resident Evil 4 is on MetaQuest, and it's actually a great game on that. See, awesome. Like, I'm sure I'm gonna get MetaQuest if I get MetaQuest. Some awesome games are gonna come out in the future, exclusive to another VR. And then they ask, why are the sales for the game so low? Like, Arkham Shadow, I doubt it ever passed 1 million units sold. I'm talking straight out of my ass, but it's a nice ass I'm talking through right now. Let me tell you this much. It's a nice ass that can just see things based on... Like... let the ass jokes aside. Like, generally, a VR game is not gonna sell as much as a console game. It's just not realistic. Even if it's the most old console, like, or shitty console, or even though, like... You get the point. Instead of devs making games exclusively for VRs, which I get it, it's not the dev that goes up to a company and is like, yo, we want to make that new Arkham game exclusively for you, sir. It's not the devs themselves going there. It's probably the publishers themselves coming up with the ideas, like the publishers of the VRs, that is. Yo, make this exclusive for us. And I don't know what's in it for the VR companies. Like, it probably doesn't sell as much as these guys fund. Again, I'm kind of talking out of my ass here, but like, don't you guys think it's not gonna sell much, like, before launching a title? The most sold VR game has nothing on a fucking 3 million sales on products on any other random game. I don't know. I could be wrong, as I'm saying. This is not facts that I'm stating. Just saying. From my experience, how many people will actually play Arkham Shadows? And it's sad because it's like, it feels like I'm disrespecting the devs by saying this. But like, realistically, how many people are gonna play this masterpiece you cooked? If it's a masterpiece. I haven't played it myself. But generally, I respect the praise that it's getting because it's praise for actual things I care about, like Predator sections. They say it's simplified, but it's fun. Or like the combat sections. Beep. Boop. This fight is very fun with the Nemesis Whip. That is the weakest death I've ever had in my life. I have played already for on VR and it slaps, to be honest. The experience is out of this world. Nothing compares. I know. I've seen gameplays of that. Very, very beautiful. How to get more orbs in God of War games. I remember being God of War 3 on kills difficulty I was far from getting. Hold on. I guess you have to farm a lot of hit points when able to do so. A lot of grabs to get brutal kills or ruthless kills. Actually finding all the hidden chests. I knew I'd get hit with that. Whatever, you can have it. That's one Cyclops. Oh my god, why did I press try? It's a good thing I went right below his feet. It's a good thing I remember that I can just bypass his slam after he drops me down by just simply rolling forward. You're not forced to eat it like God of War 2 or I believe it's God of War 1 also, where they drop you down and then slam the shit out of you. Like, they slap the demon out of you with that slap. You can buy it if you really want it, but it's not as good as you think. Arkham Shadows? It is not as good as making up huge expectations for it, trust me, I know that. But it is a different experience. One, like I'm gonna play a VR game for the first time in my entire life. See, the brain, you know, this is why it's kind of healthy to Hold on a second. I need to lock in. Bro locked in. Let me focus on this first, then I'm going to talk about some philosophical shit that I want to talk about. That's one. He's using the Blades of Exile. Look, can you see? It's a cool Easter egg, but oh. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on, how can I make this a banger? Ooh. When she's on her period. Ooh, hold on. Ooh, how can I make this slap? This looks like shit. Whatever. I can't make a fucking shit out of this. Did it even really count it? It's definitely the lowest Arkham game, that's for sure. The lowest Arkham game without having to play Arkham Shadows is Blackgate. Arkham Origins Blackgate is A to the double S ass. Who? Can I? Ooh. 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 Hey, yo, wait. Ooh, who's this guy? I'm also gonna take one for a thumbnail. Like this. This is gonna be a nice thumbnail for the next chill stream. Whatever that is. Look at that. Look at that. Arkham Origins Blackgate is a game that I gave a lot of chances. I was like, the art style is beautiful. The backgrounds are amazingly made. It's a 2D or Arkham game. I gave it a lot of fucking room for me to enjoy it. I just couldn't. It's a mess. It's a buggy mess. It's like Asylum levels of buggy mess. That's the worst Arkham game, no matter what. Are you going to fight Scorpion with Claws of Hate? I guess you meant Nemesis Whip. I'm gonna use Nemesis Cestus normally. It's a run exception. Everyone should Oko Asylum at least once in their lives. That's like saying everyone should let their girlfriend. You know what? Nah, right. Nah, right. It's like you remind me of that Sneeko situation where he got cucked and he was like, honestly, it's an experience everybody should try. Like that's when I knew myself. That's when I started. That's when I like that's when my eyes were open, you know. That's when I saw the Matrix. That's when my third eye opened, you know, when I saw my girl get fucking railed by a fucking railgun from RE3 Remake's ending. That's when my eyes opened. That's when I was like, you know what? There are possibilities in this world that I haven't seen. I know I just got cucked, but like this opened my eyes. But on a serious note, let's get back to a subject that I was talking about. Getting into the VR thing is one, it's an Arkham game that I'm really passionate about Arkham. I may not show it, but like, I love Arkham games. Such a unique action game, such unique stealth, such unique combat, traversal, everything. That's one. Two, getting into VR is not the same as saying, dude, it's like getting into PS3 for Arkham Origins. PS3 is a console. I hold a controller, I play a game. I play this shitty ass game that I'm playing right now on PS3. The human mind, you know why it's much more healthy to switch and have diversify your brain on the genres of the games you play? You play platformers 1 second, then you play a stealth game, then you play a survival horror game, then you play a racing game, fuck racing game, then you play an action game, then you play back into a survival horror. That way your brain is much better. It's a thing that I hate about people that say video games are wasting your time and they have no advantage. Okay, if you do them as a job, it's good. If you're making money out of your hobby and all that. But no, you're missing the point. Video games are like, if done right, if you're not exploiting that power that you're playing video games. Video games is like the best brain exercise ever. You're frustrated, you get to that safe zone at 2 a.m. and playing some comfort game. Even if it's a hard game, it still becomes a comfort game when you love it enough. Video games are a really nice exercise to the brain when you diversify, when you play a lot of different things. Like even the violence in video games. Like Kratos ripping off a guy's head is nowhere near the same as that being done in real life in front of me. That happens in front of me. I pull out my phone, I record myself while I shoot myself. Because like the horror is unreal in real life. In video games, it doesn't make you desensitize to violence or anything. Let's not diversify. Video games are an amazing exercise for the brain. When you diversify, it becomes all the more better. But like, keep playing shooter games online and in ranked and try hard and all that. You're not gonna have a healthy life, or don't expect a good life expectancy, because you're dying in the next 2 years out of all that rage. If you're raging a lot. I saw myself get into that back in 2017 and 18, getting a bit frustrated too much 3 times a week. Then I quickly backpedaled. So like how does this connect? How does this affect LeBron's legacy? I don't know, but I know one thing. Hold on, can I want to try something. I want to do something freaky to you, baby. And I keep dying. Hold on, I'm gonna make this stupid jump. I wonder if the harpies follow me here. What the hell are you doing? I'm afraid of blocking. Tell me one survival horror game you have played. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil 2 remake, 3 remake. I can easily choose these. I've played a lot. But if the gacha sentence that you're having here is that you've only played Resident Evil, bro. Yeah, you're not a real fucking survival horror fan. Am I laughing or crying? I'm crying. You call yourself a real fucking survival horror fan? You call yourself a real survival fucking horror? You can play one game, you call yourself a real fucking survival horror fan? Man, I'm getting clapped. Good man, you're not a fraud. There was probably no gacha in that question, and I'm just so insecure. Like, I've gotten so used to it, you know? Why did I expect... I instantly expected hostility out of that question. That's what I spotted. No. I'm not allowed to reverse the flash, by the way. That's when the zest man gets zesty again. Can I ring her out as well? Yes, sir. We're done. Gorgeous! Here, let me clap him. Yeah, that's right, thank you. So now we're about to fight Score Pussy. There was gonna be hostility if you mentioned RE4. Isn't RE4 remake considered a survival horror though? There is a lot of closed areas, narrow hallways, limited ammo. It's kind of fucked up what makes or doesn't make a survival horror. I know for a fact original Resident Evil 1, 2, 3 are, but look at Resident Evil 3. It's a lot of action in that bitch. But it is still survival horror. It's my favorite Resident Evil. Have you played Roblox? Roblox is a lot of genres though. If that question has anything to do with what do you know about game genres? No one is doing that right now. No, I'm the only insecure one in the room. No one is trying to catch me with something. I'm just an insecure bitch right now. What do you know about game genres? Action horror. Resident Evil 4, I get it, I get it. So this guy wants to get jiggy with me. Yeah, you bitch, she get jiggy with me. She gets something with me. Now I got a question. Hold. No. Okay, you know what? Yeah. I got a question. What happens if I do something? I doubt it's gonna work because it's a spell. Best boss for real. It's a fun challenge all of a sudden for me, you know? It's gotten to be that right now. If it doesn't fucking grab me like that. Only fans win? So is that thing where only fans get to enter? Not talking about any assholes in this, by the way. I'm just talking like a union where it's only fans. It's like a group chat on Messenger. And I specify Messenger because... Why did I think this was gonna work? It don't work! And we're about to die 50 deaths of 50 dying sons. The simple factors differentiate between survival horror and normal action horror. Simplest one is, does killing off drops loot or not? Yeah, that is one, you know. Let's not try to act funny against this boss and just beat it the normal way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 hits after you hear the sound cue where it turns red. This is a part that I like in Pain Plus runs, but I am kind of growing to dislike in Weapon Specialty runs. Since like you use the cestus forcefully. I like it in Pain Plus. 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like it in Pain Plus because you see, in Pain Plus, you've been playing with the Blaze the entire game. Then you get to play a little with the Cestus, which is very fun. It like switches up your normal approach. This is what I love about this boss. It's a heavily flawed boss, but like, it's fun when it comes up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bing. I can feel Big V's wrath through the screen as he's gonna as he's gonna evaluate this run. You know what's sad? I believe I'm not allowed to use the rage activation thingy because it deals damage. Yeah, let's not use it. It is what it is. That's right. Run away like a puss, like a score puss. Boom! Man, Dante reminded me of the hype of beating this son of a bitch in old runs. Like, just the pure hype. I remember the ultimate victory in Polo Pain Plus. And the ultimate disaster. You know, the more memorable part, this is why tragedy needs to happen in life. This is why my life sucks. Now for real. The tragic part of the Apollo Pain Plus, I'm about to get naked by the way. The tragic part of the Apollo Pain Plus is much more memorable than the victory. This is why having a tragic story where your fucking girl fucking cheats you out of life 15 years into a relationship is a good thing. Zesty explaining why it's good to be dumped by your wife after having 6 kids with her. It's actually a good thing. You don't know what's memorable and what's not. Now your story is as deep as Romeo and Juliet. Because if it was successful, if you actually lived together, grew old, what's the difference between any other fucking couple from Florida that are probably siblings right now, you know? Which is pure cope. Getting cheated by your soulmate is good, actually. A video like that is gonna come out one day. 4 Remake Ada is straight up bad. Oh my god. How do you say this when you're straight? I get it if you're gay you say this. Are you gay? Then tell me you're gay without telling me you're... I know. I know. I knew this stream would turn out like this. Don't ask me how I knew. It's just a feeling when a stream starts normal, you know? It's eerie. It's not your usual extreme gameplay stream. Ah, what a save at the very last moment. No, I get the Ada hate because of the voice actor, but like come on. I mean, come on. You didn't get launched? Question mark. See, that Minotaur got knocked back this much because it's a moving platform. I'm sure I'm not lying. Hey, for once, her animation gets cancelled. What the fuck? Why am I using the Nemean Cestus? I'm about to go. How can we get her to petrify these fools? Obviously, it's just gonna be build up, but like, yeah, this is just build up. I'm gonna make her do this first. We don't need you no more, little sis. Ah. I sneaked in a fucking shattering moment right there. It's gonna be a cake day to fucking break these guys' shields. Because as I said, like, there's a rule in place. It is not like Pain Plus where I'm allowed to break these guys' shields if I want to. But I am not allowed to hit them. I'm allowed to die though. This is a run where I have to eliminate all the enemies until only the shieldy boys left. Which I should probably do something else. A much better setup would be ceiling killing these guys. Then the remainder of the plan is to do absolutely nothing about this Minotaur because I don't know what to even do. Hey! He ran to his demise. Headbutt his ass out. Why am I pushing him towards the middle? Come on. Come on, bull. You fucking cow! Is he? Hey! Who's a good boy? I love how picky this is. You pick. You idiot. Hey, hold on, the ceiling. That's right. We can ring above instead of ring out. So beep beep. Beep, beep. And he's out. Beep, beep. Boop, beep, boop, boop. Beep. Boom, boom, boom. Hand his ass to the outside. And I'm dead. Not really. But when I talk to her, I talk to her. But when I talk to her, I do be talking to her. Oh my god, I'm the king of whatever that is. You know what? Let's ring this guy out for a change. This encounter is taking uncomfortably long. I feel some ill coming at the very end. Attaboy. Is he R or is you ain't? Is he R or is you ain't? Now he remembers. My god. Now, oh, the ceiling. I thought I was again 15 minutes back on the stream. Have you played Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII? That's a thing? No, I haven't played. I haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games. I said some shit about diversity in your games and how it's a brain exercise and all that. Don't try RPGs. Stay healthy. No, not really. I'm joking. I'm joking off. I haven't gotten into RPGs because I don't know. Well, speaking of RPGs, people say Devil May Cry 3 is an RPG. You know how you I don't know, connect the dots yourselves. I'm not about to explain. Actually, DMC3 is a fucking RPG, yeah. Someone explained it to me and they actually convinced me. So, reach out to someone, tell them why DMC3 is an RPG, or wait 13 years for someone to make that video why DMC3 is an RPG. And you'll know why. It's basically think about it. Think about it yourself. You played DMC3 a lot. Because most of them are bad. RPG games vary. Like, there's also ARPG, which is a whole different genre. I don't want to catch a fucking stray club right to the face. Is this the best DPS when it comes to one-to-one combat with the Talos? Because I know the best DPS is to just hold buttons, but like, what if I'm boxing a Talos? ARPGs are action games with numbers, cancer, most of them anyway. That's ARPGs? I thought ARPGs were the ones where... Oh, action RPG, of course, of course. No, I mistook it. Then purely RPGs. I can feel Big V's wrath as he sees this display of Rampage of the Fury right here. In the corner. I remember the stream of Infinite Rampage of the Furies in the air with the blades of Athena. It's not funny. It's not funny. Shut up. It's not funny. Encounter conquered. Inconquered. I love the labyrinth, yo. Very, very, very good section. The best encounter of all time is also approaching in a bit. Wow. Can't believe these guys knocked back at Cerberus. What I love about the Talos is that when they swipe you, they actually swipe your ancestors with it. I didn't say ancestors, Alpha. Chill if you're in the chat. I didn't say sisters, like. I meant ancestors. Forefathers one and all! Big witness! And that's our... Ooh. No. Ooh. This should be in a museum, yo. It's that bad. Because, you know, this should be in a museum because no one goes to museums. This the third round where you use this tactic. Does this man not give up? This is a nice damage dish out when you're. It's not like you have the sisters where you attack, block, attack, and you're outputting good damage. Okay, it's better than like say in a scenario where you do this and then block. Doing two of these in the air and then block is better. You fucking ass. I'm that insecure about what I just used. Oh man, you mean the streams? It's 2. I did the thing for 2 streams. Essentially, for people who don't know, I stayed in a corner, kept doing this because I was getting body blocked by the Talos. That way I was doing infinite Rampage of the Furious in the air, which looked good, but the damage output was very bad. It's just that the alternative was a very boring way of going about the encounter. That's all. Cerberus destroyed by Kratos? What part of the Cerberus did you see and think, the pussy meme should work great on him? I wish the Souls-like genre die. That's one way to put it. It's not a genre. It's a thing that happened with hack and slashes back in 2007, 8. Every game was coming out as being a hack and slash, except that one we prefer than what's happening now, which nearly every game coming out is a Souls-like. It may not be absolutely like Souls-like. I advise anyone who's thinking, this is another one of these assholes who calls every new action game a Souls-like. It's about fundamentals. Look, when people call God of War Souls-like, there's some truth to that. Like the whole enemies not budging with your attacks thingy, the RPG things, like it's different. Of course it's different. Of course Neo is different. Of course God of War is different. But like, in essence, the approach, like the philosophy for most enemies and bosses, is that people talk about when they say Souls-likes. 20-second airtime, insta-kill to prevent Kratos getting stuck kicking in. Nobody knows what you just said, but I know. That's probably more than enough. Let the rage of Sparta ride your blades, Kratos. I'm a really, really nice rider, Kratos. Don't take that clip out of context, or else. Says the most taken out of contextable thing, then says don't take it out of context. Which is it, Zesty? Hit him with the is. Stick your ass down. I'm dead? No. Come on, Joseph Joestar. Oosh. And the encounter's done. It's almost done. There's still something to do. I've recently gotten into the mindset of not wanting to break this encounter in half. Because you can break it in half by standing in the corner. I noticed how I used it only once and didn't keep on using it. Because it breaks the encounter. The encounter is very fun and that feels like cheating staying on there. It is the optimal thing. But like I've stopped going with that way of going about the encounter. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. It involves no strategy. You just stand in your place. Everybody dies. That's a dub. Whip throughout the game. Thank the heavens Gears of War don't got no ninjas. Ninjas? Speaking of ninjas, have I talked about this weapon feeling like nunchucks and not actual weapon, not actual chain? Like this feels like you're throwing a chain around. This feels more like you're throwing a chain around with its heavy things. This is the Mercedes C something. Now for real. I've talked before about this as well. What makes the Nemesis Whip one of my favorite weapons, hell, my favorite secondary, is that it doesn't feel like a chain weapon. The range is not like any chain type weapon. It feels like nunchucks, basically. That's why I said speaking of ninjas. Not that ninjas invented nunchucks. Maybe they did, I don't know. I made nunchucks. They stole it from me. Every game where you hit and get hit is a cheap Souls ripoff. Why use the air dash? Why using that air dash? So like Dante talked some sense into me and was like, dude, I know I'm an asshole, but please use it. I know I'm an asshole. I know I'm a jackass, but please use it. Now for real, it's hypocritical that we're using this to cancel our animations since the start of the game. Even like this, I'm canceling with the bow, if you can see, and then be like, yo, we're not using the dash and the air. It's the same principle, and this doesn't deal damage. Someone said it way back when I initially said the thing about the thing. Did that hit the Gorgon? It didn't. All 4 weapons have chains. Yes. But it doesn't mean every weapon literally feels the same. The way most critics will have you believe. But some critics, though, I understand. Some critics were like, what happened to the diversity God of War 2 brought in with its weapons? Like 1 second you're using a fucking big hammer. If they use it, they never used it, but like the people that truly speak what they speak, they did use the hammer, they did use the spear, they did use the Blade of Olympus. So it's kind of understandable when some people that actually value, you know, diversity talk about, you know, weapon diversity. Like some people saying, oh, it's all chains and all that. It's not the same. Using the Nemesis Whip is not like using the blades. The only thing that is like using the blades is the... The only thing that would feel like you're actually using the blades again would be the Claws of Hades, which I'm fine with. And like, it's fine to have a you know, a separate version of the blades. Basically, you're holding 2 Blades of Chaos in hand. It's still a chain weapon. I get that. It is. Like, no one can deny that. This is still a chain weapon. Even though most of its use is flawlessly just punching through everything. Which is such a fucking thing. Kratos just punching. 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 It's beautiful. It feels powerful. It is powerful. It covers a huge area. And you're fast while doing so. Since Kratos is simply punching. Like, he's not waving around something big. So him being so fast is very, very great. fast while dishing out damage with something that looks like it's gonna fuck your face. Get in a fight with Kratos while he has the Nemean cestus, you literally won't recognize your face by the end. That sounded just like the dark comedy thing. How many of you guys understood where I came from with that video? And if you understood, agreed with where I came from with that video? That whole dark comedy video. Do you guys think I overdid it? Like, if it's not dark comedy, what is most of these scenes? Like, especially that guy in God of War Goes to Sparta, where you just... 1 second he's asking for help, the next second you're dropping a boulder on him. Like, what? It's so nonchalant. It's so out of nowhere. What is it? You call that serious? So, I don't know. Most of it is out of character, out of feel, out of atmosphere. They just happen out of nowhere. People taking it seriously is just... I don't get it. It's especially insane when I read some comments and they're like, you missed the whole point of the boat captain, bro. You missed the whole point of the boat captain, lol. He's not dark comedy. The dev said so. What interview are you seething through? What interview are you seething through, bro? That is dark comedy. There's nothing that can make me change my mind about that. If anything is dark comedy, it would be the boat captain. There were like some comments. It's a very little amount of people. I believe it's 4 people, including Omar. Some people are like, oh man, you shouldn't hate the boat captain becoming something serious in Valhalla. I stand by this. I hate that he became something serious in Valhalla. Kratos is like, I still fuck my cat and kill my wife over that boat captain, man. That's been 2 wives so far. It wasn't that serious. You killed him for fucking 3 games. He got mentioned as a joke in God knows how many games. Can I break this while on top of here? Yes! 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 Hold on, let's spit something. Hold on, I'm about to spit something. Hold on. I'm trying to get a cash feel to the beat. Come on, I'm trying something. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Girl, you wanna choke? Gun smoke, gun smoke. Biggest smoke, the mayor, the rap slayer, the hooker layer. Motherfucker, say your prayers. Hail Mary, full of grace. Smack your bitch in the face and there's something, something, and a full face. So the fact, Jappa if she act funny with the money. Oh, you got me mistaken, honey. I just want the pizza, the vapor, capisha, something, something, something. Who's the one you call Mr. Hacho, the head Hacho? Something, something, something. My style is to be done with the stylistics, but make up to break up. Brothers need to wake up, smoke the Indonesia, beat you to a seizure, then fuck your mom like it's something or something. Find your brother hotter than the room, fuck him with the broom. Something, something, fuck him with the something of the broom. And who you think you're dealing with? Every motherfucker who will be asking here is feeling it. Because you know I like it young, fresh and green, with no air in between, know what I mean? The weak or the strong, who got it going on? You're dead wrong. The weak or the strong, who got it going on? You're dead wrong. The weak or the strong, Who got it going on? You dead wrong. The weak or the strong. Who got it going on? You dead wrong. There's several different levels of devil worship and horse's head. Human sacrifices, cannibalism, candles and exorcism. Animals having sex with them, camels, mammals and rabbits. But I don't get into that, I kick the habit. I just beat you death with weapons that eat through the flesh. And I never eat you unless the fucking meat looks fresh. I got a 9 in my pocket, I'm blind. I got a 9 in my pocket and baby I'm just dying to cock. And who's ready for war? I'm ready for war. I got machetes and swords for any faggot who said he was wrong. My ooze is heavy as yours. Yeah, you met me before. I just didn't have as large an arsenal of weapons before. Marshall was stepping the door. I'll lay your head on the floor with your body next to the bed spread on the floor. Red on the ceiling, slat on the floor. Dead on the second, mad on the third, then she's dead on the fourth. I'm dead wrong. Bad going on. You dead wrong. The weak and the strong. Who got it going on? You dead wrong. You weak and the strong. You got it going on. You dead wrong. The weak and the strong. Who got it going on? You dead wrong. While I get dusted, I get the blood spread like mustard. Trust it. For real, this man has suffered enough. Look at him. Look at bro. He thinks he's part of the team. For real, let's skip this. What the hell did I even do to the screen back there? Wait, he's cooking now. It's over. I could go all day. I could think of infinite amount of tracks to rap over that banger of a beat. That was a bop, if anything. It's gonna rock, not gonna lie. You think we're not extreme on this super extremely branded Extreme Gameplays channel? Ice Cube got nothing on this man. Man, I want to go back and rap the most known track of Ice Cube. He is extra mad now to face Zeus. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm Biggie Smalls. I hope someone does something with this on YouTube. So, oh, this is recording. Ooh, content that no one's gonna watch. Hold on, I'm about to cook. A waste of magic, arguably. Bing. That's one down. Some magic back. That's another. Oh! I thought I got this to the second circle. Now this is annoying. Hold on. Let me play some banger music. The music in here is bad. So I'm going to play something while focusing on the game. And while... You'll get it when I play this shit. Hold on. I got a lot of nice songs. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna play I'm gonna play some banger. Hold on. Turn me up. Hold on. Turn me up. A. Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party. Now for real, I'm gonna play something to. Some Mario music. Nah, I know what to play, y'all.
Drop this falling gently down on the
I get it now. I'm not supposed to be hype here. I'm supposed to focus and read the chat slowly. So we take this back. Okay? So let's read some chat. Is this one of the God of War 2 Oko side effects or the Hermes boot stream of yesterday? I'm not sure. Oh, the rapping. Nah, it is just what it is. I left with banger zesty freestyling. I come back to cringe meme game music. The thing is, I turned it off now because I have to focus. This is actually gonna be very hard. It's essentially a Pain Plus, but like harder. Daddy, if you know what I mean. You know what? I don't even need to spend all that magic on these guys. Let's just slowly pick them apart. It's just that if I die, it's gonna take long to get to the setup that I want. So this is why I use magic like here, like as much as I do. It speeds things up because like if I don't, it's gonna take God knows how long. Getting through this section of video art on the first time was satisfying. Yeah, me too, man. I remember that. I remember my first time here. When was the last time you have crabs? This is easy. Yeah, but like we're not breaking these guys unless they're like there's no enemy around no more. Let's take this guy out. Let's take this out now. I can only use the cestus when there are no enemies around to beat. Like, hold on. With that logic, does that mean maybe the undead should get excluded? I don't know. I'm coming up with rules as I go on with this new shit. It's just that if there are other enemy types, I just don't do the usual thing that we do with like... If it's undead, I'm allowed to use like any other weapon to clear them up in front of me first, then hit them with the cestus. I guess that's better, yeah. This is still a run that haven't been done before on YouTube. It's like, I came up with a lot of the rules. You know, initially the guy that came up with the rules, Blue Bihan, he had his own set rules, but like I added to them. I added the no upgrade run rule. I added the items as weapons rule, which items are not considered as weapons in proper challenge runs. So yeah, it's natural to come up with rules this late in the run. Like, if it's just these enemies, I'm allowed to use some Nemean Cestus on the shieldy boys. I know it kind of complicates things, but it is what it is. I wonder why that sounds like I'm getting hit when I'm not. So let's take this guy out. The Minotaurs are gonna spawn in a bit. Now the thing to use a bit of damage on would be some battering ram. Not a lot, just some. It's already dead? Hold on. This sounds like a lot of hula hoops in the rules. Let the hope inside you, Mstafa. You have grabs, it's easy. Gears got that wall run sprint tech I can't master. The thing is, I have to kind of twist up the rules of the challenge this bit because it just adds more to the challenge. Like, I could probably do it the normal way, but like, we've come this far in this way. Might as well. Damn, this thing dishes out damage like crazy for a setup tool. This is the most damaging thing you can do with the Nemesis Whip. How did that hit me, man? I blocked. Is it an Oko as well? No, it's not an Oko. So this whole thing is gonna be turned into a like a semi mainstream type video. It's not gonna be a lot of edits. I haven't done this style of videos at all. But like, I've seen some people do it and it looks fun. Back there, I wasn't killing that Minotaur because it's actually important to not kill him. It's fine that this girl hit me at the star right here. We're still at the star, nothing big. Hey, that bow hit her? Damn it. You have them on your channel, but like not made by me, these types of videos. Notice how it's usually you who do that, do the bits of edits like that. Just, they have a chance to align themselves without me ordering them around. Like this, for example. Now they're all grouped up. Like, I see. This is the only exiled one. Moved out of the group for personal reasons. She wanted to do the growth thingy. I guess now it's about to be over. Got a 1-0 girl plus fun times. What about it? They're still here. Boom. Zesty's firing Dante as an editor? You better be scared, man. One day. I may no longer be the zesty guy you know at work. It's my winter arc, bro. Don't you know that I'm no longer your friend? I'm evil now, that's right. Who can forget about when that checkpoint wasn't that kind of checkpoint Zesty expected? When the checkpoint started checking. Dead as the gayest checkpoint I've ever ran into. God of War 1 gets weird like that with its checkpoints. Your streams beg for highlights. They're always fun. God of War 2 Oko and God of War 1 no upgrade 1 plus. Hold on. I get that. The streams are very, very fun. I'm just too lazy to make content out of them. Generally because the quality is very poor. Quality is just generally very poor for my streams. And now when I download them, they get even worse. They're streamed at 720p, 30 frames. Very bad. Very bad quality. Like, it's not like my videos that have a nice quality of 1080p or whatnot. That's why I hate making videos out of my streams. Or even getting footage for my streams. It's weird because nowadays, the majority of my footage that I get for my videos, like, I need to go ahead and record separately for them. Or the easy alternative way, which I usually go with because I'm sometimes lazy while editing, I choose to get footage from some of my streams because it has the most schmeat. Like, it has the most weird fails that I would critique in God of War. It has the most triumphant dubs. You never know. It's generally just that on stream, a lot of things, a lot of greatness happens. A lot of unedited, unscripted greatness. It's sad that reusing that content just doesn't look good. Or as good as I'd want it to be, because I have some videos. I have like some of the wings only. The entirety of the wings only was downloaded first through my phone, then edited over. This is a very fun portion of the challenge run that I'm doing, by the way, if you haven't noticed. The Nemesis Whip really is fun to use. And to think that this is the weapon I'm stuck with to the end, it doesn't even feel like being stuck with a weapon. Knock back to the weapon? Yes. Sit your ass down. Sit your hoe ass down, I'm sorry. Imagine God of War 2 no upgrade run plus speedrun. Yeah, imagine that. I'm sorry, man. It's not my fault. It's the game's fault why I quit that. And I know you hate me giving you that bullshit. It's just true. The game did not want me to do that fucking speedrun, man. For how much I wanted to do it. I swear I wanted it. But like, it never was meant to be. No matter what I tried. First, it was my fault. Fine. We'll go back to it some other time. It is what it is. Shit happens. Then I go back to it and this time the game glitches out on me. It crashes, really. I have a specific hate towards crashes. It's kind of why I never went back to I never even did the Ascension shit off screen. Big V is probably still pissed about this, but like in Ascension, I pretty much beat the hardest part of the ending. Only a very easy part was left. And one crash that made the game stop and all that made me not even want to get the title of God of War Ascension Pain Plus for how important that was for me at one point in time. It was very, very important to do that at one point. Now it's no longer that. I don't even care about having the title or not. All that I care about is that it's done. It is what it is. What was left was just something out of my control on why it went wrong. A game crashing is like pretty much the worst scenario I could ever get. It's worse than power outage. Because power outage is like it's out of my control, but like it is what it is. Whereas crashing is out of my control, but fuck you, why did you happen? Of all moments, why now? My streams are all for Greek tragedies. Trust me, they've happened billions of times. Especially that Apollo fucking Pain Plus Shit happens, okay? The point is, shit happens on my streams. A lot. It's just that some make a game or a challenge irredeemable for me. Some other times, admittedly, it is just me being a bitch about something. Like the God of War 2 Oko ending on that note, on something that has nothing to do with like the jank that I described for God of War 2. Hypocritical. Yeah, hypocritical. Is bro not finishing the Oko? No. Like, I just started talking about it, which is a good thing. I quit that. Out of all the things I could have quit the Oko of God of War 2 from, I quit the Oko from something that was my fault. I misremembered what thing to use somewhere. Type shit. Boy, am I glad I have the Nemesis Whip for this ending bit of the game. I'm thankful. Out of all the weapons I would choose to go with until the end of the game, the Nemesis Whip was the one. God of War 2 really have some serious beef with you, man. God of War 2 specifically, yeah. The crashes in that game are pure Greek tragedy. Like the crashes, the things that turn me off from the game completely from a challenge or something like that. Like it happens with the speedrun. Then it happens with the Oko. Something's not normal over there. I don't know what, but something's not normal over there in God of War 2 with me. I don't know. And how's this encounter? This encounter is so fucking good. It's like I have this habit of randomly feeling a type of way about a game or specifically a challenge run or specifically an encounter as well, you know? It's like a song that you used to like, but then you listen to it that one time in a very weird situation. And you're like, this shit is so good, yo, this is so good. Why are you so good? Out of nowhere, you've been listening to it for like 80 years. This is the thing with God of War 3 that constantly happens, or like with every God of War. It happens the most with God of War 3 though for me, in my experience. I suddenly just love something way more than I used to before. If even for like a minute. And then it goes back to normal level of love for the thing. I need some bit of health here, just in case I get slapped out of something. Not really sure I will, but like... Take professional is not a bad thing. Also, let's not forget, Golden Fleece fucks us up if it happens. Is your real name Extreme Gameplays? My name is... My name is Gyobu Mosaka Horikawa! My name is Mustafa, actually, my real name. I'm from Kurdistan. My name is Mustafa. This is my story. You are not diggly-daddling your way out of this one, ma'am. Or sir, whatever you are. This is very dangerous, you know? Yeah, good. Thank you for dying. Thank you. Off to the ground with you, and the encounter's done. Bing. Kratos has a thing for breaking spines ever since God of War 2. Beautiful dub. Why did you use the blades? Where did I use the blades? I never used the blades. Endures God of War 2 bullshit. Pegasus and Buggy Elves. Quits after a fail in Square L. That's why we love you. We don't... Shut up. Look, I've stated before. The reason I quit the Oko, of course, after having an open mind to the situation, it was my mistake. I came to peace with that. The reason I quit the God of War 2 Oko is because it's a bad lifestyle to be Okoing games. Like, generally. I know the fucking... This is the biggest story, believe it or not, in my life. And it's the God of War 3 story. I know how awesome that story was. I know how amazing that the whole atmosphere around that arc of my life was, but like... do I want that life back? No. Am I glad it happened? Am I the most happy man in the world that that era happened? It taught me discipline, yada yada yada, whatever the fuck. Yes, but do I want it back? No. It's like... I don't know. It's like, you know when you used to do some weird shit with your friends when you were little? Like going into group chats, roasting the hell out of people, then leaving. In Clash of Clans, you get invited to a clan, get in, roast the fucking ancestors of the clan leader, then instantly leave, have a giggle with your friend. But do you really want that life back? Nah, you don't. To be real, I quit the God of War 2 Oko because I frankly didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't want to put up with that anymore. I can get the God of War 2 Oko. I just don't want to go through the process of trying to get the God of War 2 Oko. A lot of people go through that. It doesn't mean you can't get something. It's just that you don't want to get something. See, Big V is like my favorite. After Xemnas, honestly, Xemnas has an insane level of skill. It's just that I love Big V as the best, my favorite God of War player. Because look at what the man just spawned into the whole franchise. All the dirty tricks you know of. 99% of them is just Big V coming up with them. Taunt exploiting, fucking tricking of all things. Home run techniques. Like, even a player like Big V simply bailed out of doing the Clone War. His reasons are that I don't want to do it anymore. What a... Speaking of Big V. Anyways. He bailed out of doing the Clone War not because he can't. Not because it's way too big for him. It's because he stopped wanting to do it. It's like... The thing he wants to do is your mom. Doing your mom? But like, he didn't want to do the Clone War anymore because like, I don't want to put up with this. I know I can get it, but like, other people have gotten it. It's nothing special, nothing big anymore. It is what it is. It's understandable. Like what? You're gonna actually argue that Big V can't get it? Big V who's trying to true pain plus the Kraken in God of War 2? He's actually going to. Believe it or not, if it's possible, if it's possible, he wants to get it. If no one else has done it, like how that's achieved basically is not putting the last button on the button to get the vent thing where you can glide with the Pegasus wings and bonk the enemy, or attack the enemy with the blades. How he's planning to do it is the Oko way that I showcased. Remember that, where we bait the Kraken to do an attack, then we get close and bonk it in the head as it's lowering itself. That and Pain Plus. Imagine how long that's gonna take. When one doesn't want to do something, he just doesn't want to do it because... Like, my reasoning is sound. I don't want to put up with the shitty lifestyle of doing Okos. It strips me from creating content. It strips me from having constant variety, awesome streams like these with nice challenge runs, chill streams, whatnot, yada yada. It strips you from all of that. It's not the best of lifestyles. The victory is, of course, amazing. Let's take this safely with dog kicks and not mindless attacking, unless an opening is there like this. Like, look at Taz1, the previous best player of God of War, before Xemnas came in and, obviously proved that he's better. He did a lot more than Taz1. Also, like, Xemnas generally is not like me. A lot of people say I'm the best God of War player or the best God of War 3 player, and I am flattered. I love that you think that, because there's certainly a difference in the way I approach things and in the way Ximnas approaches things. You see, Ximnas keeps the strategy in mind, whereas I risk it for the biscuit, as you may know. Ximnas does a nice blend of strategy and skill, whereas Big V is mostly like the knowledge that he's gathered and all that. Like when it comes to pure skill and execution, Ximnas is the better out of, you know, like let's say compare Ximnas and Big V. Me or Ximnas. Although me and Ximnas, when it comes to execution for God of War 3, I would say we're pretty equal at this point right now. Some stuff he can do, of course, I would do differently because I'm not comfortable with doing them that way. Like generally, we are about equal. But like when it comes to Big V, he's not up for doing, or you know, again, I'm speaking for the man himself. So if you get an answer out of him, it would be a lot better. But this is just the idea that I've gotten of Big V style, okay? So don't get it anywhere wrong as proof of words. This is what I've learned from observing Big V. His execution is not the craziest thing in the world. His strategy, though, like what he doesn't have in skill, he more than makes up for with his strategies, with his exploits, with his experiments on. He's like legit the best professor. Like, ask him to explain a situation for you that happened in God of War, for example. He'll explain it and then some. Like, he'll explain other possibilities as well, billions of things. This is why, like, ouch. Every time he evaluates a run, it is the best evaluation you can ever ask for in God of War. The absolute best. I forgot that using the Nemesis... Ooh, what a shit box. Using the Nemesis whip to knock these dogs back like that, get them into their explosion animation, is good. Are you gonna stop? We were one shot anyway, so like, might as well. But to get back on the topic of why no more God of War 2 Okos, I know it's sad. I know some people really had fun with that series. It's just, I don't know. You'll accept that one day when you wanna do something so bad, then it just gets corrupted so bad you don't want to do it anymore. It's like Taz 1, as I said. Let's come back to that before straying off to somewhere else, ranting about some random shit. Taz 1 is was like the previous best player of God of War. He simply did not want to put up with Ascension no upgrade 1 plus. Yes, that's no upgrade 1 plus. You know when he stopped? The Furies fight, literally at the end. History repeated itself with me not wanting to finish it. But like, his reasoning was different. He just flat out, I believe, gave up at that point. Didn't want to do it anymore. Not because he can't put up with fucking... It's a no upgrade 1 plus. Of course Taz can do it if he wants to. He just stopped wanting to. Like, when the demand is no longer there with your neurons in your brain, you don't want to do something anymore. You just don't. Like, the pimping was fun. We get it. Your father has a very, very nice lore. He just stopped wanting that anymore, and he met the love of his life, and she brought him out of the life of gangbanging and pimping and drugging and all that, selling drugs and all that. Basically Dante in the chat right now. Sometimes you just don't want to do that anymore. Which, there's a thing that I'm going to critique about anime and anime style games and anime style anything. When they tell the protagonist's father in front of him that, like for example, some fucking guy called Raikatsu that used to bang hoes all the time. You've gone soft ever since fathering someone. What was he doing before that? Pegging pigs? And it's constantly a theme, as if he had some lore where he used to do non-stop hose banging before. Like, I'm talking... what the fuck? Isn't that a grab? Anyways, let's not dive too deep into that. Let's focus on the fight right now. I got into that tangent back there because I wanted to. It's about why I did. And now I don't want to. See? Like the God of War 2 Oko. The only thing I apologize for the God of War 2 Oko is that a lot of you guys were looking forward to the triumphant W. The inevitable that never was. The inevitable W that you kind of expect from me. It's like, I'm fucking sturdy when it comes to shit like that. I get sturdy. Not the dance. I actually mean the... Like the... What do they call it? My patience to all the bullshit that happens. Like, you've seen me conquer stuff that... Wow. Okay, now I understand when Dante said that's a very horrible... Now I understand when Dante said that's a very horrible shitbox. His whole body becomes a shitbox. My god. No point comparing. No, no, but it's fun. It's fun to describe players and how they go about things. Like, Big V's playstyle is wildly different than Ximnas. And when it comes to, if we're talking comparison of Ximnas and Taz, it's purely from, like, Ximnas wanting to do more, whereas Taz, I guess, quit. Like, Taz never made it. Imagine how weird this is for Taz's run history. He never has a no upgrade 1 plus for Ascension, and no upgrade 1 plus. Fucking anyone can have that nowadays. So I'm not talking about that when determining Ximnas being better. It's purely more showcase from Ximnas. I don't know, a better playstyle even said by Big V, if I'm not paraphrasing and saying anything wrong, putting words into the man's mouth. So just, these are just what I've kind of accumulated from what I've heard. And from what I've seen to an extent. I've seen Taz play. Plays wonderfully. Like, especially in the Clone War and how he managed things. The Clone War got figured out way before Ximnas, way before my time, way before, you know, all this. Right, Mr. Right in the chat right now, who dominated it in no upgrade 1 plus. Like, how do you do that? It wasn't as refined as it is nowadays. It wasn't as formulaic as it is nowadays. So, like, you can see a video of Taz, for example, an old video of Taz doing it. It was different back then. Like, there was no spawn rules in the great... There was spawn rules, but never executed in the level that they are nowadays. Like, look at how perfected the craft is nowadays, you know? It was never that. What the hell? I dashed right before touching the ground? Come on. I'm in the battle talk describing how every player tackles stuff is an interesting combo. I mean, there's a reason why I say that. Like, talk to Big V and you'll kind of get a better perspective on why that is. I'm not good at explaining my points while being in a challenging encounter and all that. Like, I'm not as focused as I would love to be. Shit, I got roll caught. Now I need to ask Big V someone or whoever knows about this Which part of the tirades deals the most damage? Is it this one? Tirade says held inputs, by the way, for sake of clarity. I know it is the best DPS now. After Big V informing me about it. But like, which part? Like for example, is it this? Or you know, this maybe? That second attack of the light, this, is a much better constant than like, say, this. See, like, it's a dead on attack. I love the variety and the light attacks of the Nemesis Whip. Like, I love the Nemesis Whip generally because it's such a gimmicky weapon. Like, look at how held inputs, you hold the same attack and all that. A nice magic attack. It's very, very fun and gimmicky. A lot of reasons why it's my favorite. Bang. Bang. I thought of a get rich quick scheme back there, but like it didn't work. By get rich quick, I mean get the satyr killed quick, but like it didn't work. I'm winning this attempt. Did Kratos really go for the Orion Harpoon after backing away twice? I'm gonna take a safe and shoot dogs at him a lot. Yes, those fireballs are blockable. But if they hit you overhead, what I'm saying is they have a very slight chance of hitting you. This doggy has a very nice attempt of baiting you, which is essentially sending a dog and then running right behind it. That way you try to go for the grab, and what you get is something else. You don't grab the doggy, you grab the actual Cerberus. Very nice, you know, bait and switch by the Cerberus itself. Off to the double satyrs. This is, if this is a mini boss fight, which it is in my opinion, it's one of my favorites. It's probably my favorites. If it's an encounter, it's one of my favorites. Not my favorite, but like one of the high ones. Probably top 3, I'd say. Because it is insanely good. Need to be careful. Whoa, 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 what hit me? Was that motherfucker on the left? That was, wow! Ooh, the fucking satyr with the sweep. Fucking love these enemies, yo. Using nothing but level 1 Artemis to beat the Clone War. Come on. Imagine me doing Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta and Upgrade Plus on PC using keyboard to play. That'd be amazing. Still haven't finished No Upgrade Plus in God of War 1. Why? That's like one of the most fun no upgrade runs you can ever have. Like, I will actually judge you if you pull up to me and say, I've played God of War 1. Yeah, but I haven't done the no upgrade one. Beep. It's okay, we'll be back to where we left off in just a second. This is a challenging encounter. The Orion's Harpoon deals the same damage as the air grab on these guys, for anyone wondering. I run to the outside a lot to get these enemies to taunt, by the way, if anyone is wondering. It's taunt exploitation. In God of War 1, that's... the timing. You run towards the outside and the enemies taunt. Some of the enemies. You have to have some mid-range with them. Not far, not close, mid-range. Stop braiding! Son of a bitch, I rolled right into it. The double satyrs is hard, man. Like, doing it no damage is what I have to do, basically. Volleying over that Cerberus like that is like the best thing. Boom. Not volleying, I guess vaulting over him. Kratos, can you Kratos a little bit? This is the most powerful collision in the entire game. 20 damage on these motherfuckers. Whereas other normal collisions are 10 damage. Boom! I really want to kill that satyr with the doggy. A great challenge in this encounter would be doing it grabs only, like purely grabs only. Because you can grab the satyr to death on the ground as well. All it takes is 3 grabs. I dodged at the right time. Fuck you. I thought you can't see the boots with the wings. You can't use the boots with the wings. We changed our rules since we are using the Bow of Apollo to cancel animations and all that. It would be kind of going against... It would be a contradiction against the boots if we didn't use them like that. Boom. Boom. See, it's a good thing we go past this first phase quick. And Nemesis Whip is really amazing. Dodging blockables. It's kind of the first instinct. Because, like, he has 2 unblockables when you're head on with him. Boom. And grabbing that satyr in the air, it may deactivate the Cerberus AI. But it does not deactivate the little dog's AI. They keep on doing their thing trying to explode. So there is a slight chance you might get caught with it. Say happy birthday to my cock, Cerberus. Honestly, for real, positioning. Should I dive into that layer of darkness? True gamer. Why am I in such a hurry? Let's take it easy. We're about to transition the phases. And now the hardest part of the fight. 2 satyrs, 1 Cerberus, and 1 bald guy. Kick him away from me, please. How come I didn't have more magic to trick through that? How did you do this on Oko? Easy. Wait, how did I do this on Oko? I guess using the Cestus here and there to speed through some stuff, or I don't know actually. How did I make it through the through this on the Oko? It was pretty much just this, but on a safer version. Okay, new plan. Don't use magic here. Keep it for when shit gets 30 on 30. And use it to trick. The magic attack that we have equipped right now is good for tricking. Like, it doesn't consume a lot of magic. This is good. We're speedrunning this encounter. Beep. So now it's still easy. It's a single satyr. Beautiful. Beautiful damage output. Unintended, but beautiful. And the satyr's dead. Maybe not. So this time I'm saving up my rage for when shit hit the fans. This is what I meant when I said if the fireball hits you with an overhead, you are gonna get hit with the fireball. It doesn't work when it's a splash attack. Stop kicking the second phase satyr. Wound him, then go into phase 3. You're making harder on this. Nah, I've never been with that strat. I've never attempted it. I've never done it. So what you're saying is, wound that satyr enough, and then don't kill him basically. Just fight the Cerberus. I don't know. I've never done it. Should I start now? It's just that it's a new strat that'll add to today's experience. I feel like doing it the normal way would be better. Like what I'm basically doing. Just dishing it out with a bunch of enemies. But what you're offering is objectively the better strat. If studied correctly. I just haven't done it at all. If this was Okomi, you ask him this and he'll instantly do it. But in a casual chill run like this, me learning anything? Are you kidding me? You know what? I'll try it this time. It is what it is. It's just that it's gonna be hard taking care of the Cerberus while juggling a satyr, I guess. Or is it gonna be hard? Is it gonna be truly hard? I don't know. But you are right. It is the better strat. I just haven't tried it at all. Misinput. I tried double jumping then circle. I jump with this button, by the way. I bring it like, here's the controller. I attack like this. Like this how my inputs are. This finger is still on the right stick to dodge away. This is how I attack. How I grab. Except sometimes I use this finger to assist. Imagine buying that meta shit just for Arkham Shadows. Just air grab OH the first satyr 6 times. Oh, the Cerberus. That, you think that's easy? Magic in phase 3 will instantly remove the wounded one. This sounds easy, but like, I haven't done it. That's the problem. I will though now. I don't know how it's gonna go, but like if I had the Cestus, I get going with that strat, but like, with just the Nemesis Whip, it takes long to take care of an enemy. It doesn't take long. Hold on, I'm sorry. It doesn't take long. Your damage output is amazing with the Nemesis Whip. It's just... What the fuck? Why am I not blocking that? That makes no sense. By this logic, he should have equipped every godly position he has found. Every godly position makes things easier. Harris Chalice doesn't make things easier. The thing with this Cerberus though, and why it scares me to do that strat against this, where wounding one satyr, then transitioning to the next phase where that satyr stays and one satyr spawns. That way it's easier to kill the one last satyr, and it turns into another one satyr, one Cerberus situation, sorry. It's just that it's hard to do, it's hard to battle it out with a Cerberus while a satyr is around. I'll try though. I'll try. This attempt I'll try. It's a better approach. I'd say the satyr is not yet. One more air grab, then I'm gonna dish it out with the satyr. So now I should focus on the Cerberus. I wonder if that dealt damage, you know? The Cerberus exploding on its own? The puppy, sorry, exploding on its own? I almost died back there. Beep. And we're almost done with the server's phase. Almost died as well. Dude, stop throwing it towards that guy. There. See, I'm slowly chipping away at the Cerberus. It scares me to get closer. Or try to output more. So like now one satyr spawns instead of two fresh satyrs with full health. This guy's dead. This guy's dead, sorry. Now it's another situation with like a 1v2. Bang. Always keep the satyr in the lines of fire. Like, always keep the satyr ahead of the Cerberus. If you're ever trying to have good stratagem. Or good strategy, sorry. Why did I say stratagem? This encounter always pulls out the big guns. That's what I love about it. Now it's a 1v1. So just focus. Lock in, Cerberus. Come on. I'm gonna play it totally safe with this guy. I don't want to die this far into the fight. Light pokes here and there, sure, but never being in his face. Because this guy changes his behavior the more you go on in the fight. Like, his last phase is so unpredictable. This one right here. Sometimes he spawns 3, sometimes he spawns only 1. You never know with him. Like, the first phase, he just loves spawning. Not now, though. See, like, he spawns once, backs away. Sometimes he spawns, runs behind the dog. So they try to grab, and you actually grab him instead, accidentally. So be very careful. Never instantly react with a grab when you see a dog. He's almost done. Just keep on playing it safe. It's over. Big dub. Thank you. Thank you, Dante, for offering the strat! Don't forget to like. I love how I'm romanticizing my screams, even when I'm not metal singing. This one makes hops from one rule to the other in seconds. The only broken rule, which wasn't broken, was just giving a rule some leniency, was the Phyllis with Onyx. Which it's the rules stayed intact. It didn't get completely shattered. So it is what it is. The only thing that changed about that was, why did this thing break so fast? Don't need to tell you it ain't my strat. No, but like the reminder matters. It feels like your strat now. You came up with that strat, whether you like it or not. You know, let's ring them out. I'm just afraid of the dogs. What the dog doing? Alpha's favorite animation. You all know it. Thought I'd die. I'm afraid of blocking because it may parry some stuff. You didn't break the shields with Nemesis Whip? Why break him with the Nemesis Whip? The rule for the shield guys is that I can break their shield if no other enemy type is left. Which the rule faced some weirdness in that labyrinth encounter back there. So it needed some adjusting. It just needed some leniency. It stayed the same. You said the rules changed. What rule changed? I guess I'm forgetting one rule that you're thinking about right now. Ouch. I at least know how to break the shields with it. I mean, you can totally break the shields with that. I don't know. It never crossed my mind. I suppose you're talking about the Nemesis Rage thingy where you swap to the Nemean Cestus. The other rule that was broken was the... what do you think you're doing? The other rule that was broken was the usage of the... Icarus swings this dash right here in the air. And it's because it makes sense. Like, I realized, okay, maybe ruling this out was wrong. I got slapped into another dimension. Ish. 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 Love how I handled this fight. Imagine not grabbing the Doggins. Couldn't be... I guess me? Nemean Supremacy. You said you wouldn't use it after getting and see if I am not right. You see, that rule, as I said, rightfully changed. Like, if I'm canceling with this all the time, I'm not dishing out damage by doing this. or this, or this, or this. So like this makes sense that it's not damaging, it's still using the item only for a purpose. Like if this is being used to cancel stuff, it is what it is. I handed him to the outside. Why isn't the banger music playing? I guess because I traveled back. She still got all the magics? Wow. Shout out to Nemean Crush. Nemean Crush is a huge bro. So Alpha, this is what you're talking about? Oh, it's another way then. Hold on, let's see then. Oh, that. So the S3 basically of the thingy. So like that. You do have to hold the input for the S3 to have a bounce effect, I suppose. Totally forgot about this. For a second I mixed it up with using the Nemesis Rage to Nemesis Rage to do things, but like no. But as said, like if you're doing a potential Nemesis with Pain Plus, it is allowed to use the Nemean Cestus to break the shields. Item tricks that aren't damaging shouldn't be restricted. Just like the usage of Artemis tricking being allowed in Pain Plus. He said in my message, oh my god, I feel special. You are special. No need for me to say anything. We need to isolate this asshole. Come on. Who's a good boy? No. Die. Ooh, that was a nice wall leap. I love fighting these guys, man. It's just very gimmicky. I know what to do against these guys. Whoa! How did he speed through like that? Gotta go. Good stream, Zesty, and peace, everyone. Take care, Uncle Phil. Boom. Off to Zeus we go. Oh, not really. Hold on. Die. Die. Off to Zeus we go. It's the finale time. That which would have been so nice if collision skill, right, Zest? Yeah. Would have been sick. Wait, not really. You can't redirect them. Imagine just teleporting enemies to the ground. Like basically that Orion's Harpoon that bugs out. But like in God of War 1. Man, why did they take out Orion's Harpoon redirection? Like, come on. Whoa, hold on, wait for me. Ain't air grabbing technically using the blades of exile? No, it's grabs. We separate those. There are a lot of ground grabs that use the blades of exile. We don't do that. Rampage of the Furies in the air. I can hear V revving his chainsaw. Can you hear him clapping the dual wielding sandals right now? Bro is skipping flying? It's a short section. Come on, be right back. They took out Orion's Harpoon redirection because ever since God of War 2, OH started to have different animations and iframes. No, it took a different approach overall design-wise. I wanna understand the thought process and the combat dev team, because everyone in God of War 1, I believe, still worked on God of War 2's combat. The thing is, what was the thought process? Like, say Derek and Eric looked at the Orion's Harpoons in God of War 1, how you can grab an enemy in the air, slam him somewhere down. Spider-Man used that 20 years later. So, what was the thought process? Was it demand from the animation team? Guys, we gotta make the ground to air grab look cooler. And so they compensated by giving you iframes for a lot of them, but still keeping in mind the collision. So like, Orion's Harpooning a Minotaur, Satyr, or a Gorgon in God of War 2. Still yeets the enemy somewhere, but you can't redirect it. It would look weird if you could redirect it. As another compensation for redirecting Orion's Harpoon, there were alt Orion's Harpoons in God of War 2, which is a huge baller compensation. Very, very nice. You hold circle on a Harpy Orion's Harpoon and he redirects them to somewhere, full collision. Basically what you want. But like, I want to ask Derek one day, if I ever interview him one day. I know he exists on Twitter. I may interview him one day. What was the thought process of changing that? Like, I'm sure Derek loved the God of War 1 thing. Come on. What a system. Sony just showed the Greek Kratos on Twitter. The God of War Ascension sculpture, yes. God of War 1 had universal OH animations on all enemies. Redirecting it feels right. No iframes though, which works perfect with collision scaling. In 2, In 2 you have stuff like the OH or Capes OH. I know. I'm just thinking like the thought process wasn't mostly demand from another department that was designing the game. That was like, yo, we need cooler animations for these. The grab animations are very beautiful. We want the same for the ground to air grab, and of course the air to air grab as well, because air to air grab saw an upgrade in God of War 2 when it comes to how they look. The principle still stayed, as I said, like fucking air grabbing a siren still does a nice collision damage on the ground, or most other enemies. Just that a lot of principles that were in God of War 1 changed. The enemies no longer bounce as much. These all had changes, of course. These all saw changes. They didn't just get taken out of God of War 1, changed for no reason. No, they still had advantages. Like if an enemy like the Minotaur is no longer bouncing around when you hit him with a bounce attack, be it triangle, the plume, or anything that bounces him, there's a compensation for like what they took out. In return, you can launch them while they're on the ground with your launcher, holding triangle. Whereas you couldn't do that in God of War 1. So they took out, like, this is what I mean when I say I want to know the thought process. They took out infinite air grabs, let's say, from God of War 1. In God of War 2, they took him out. Or like they're there, but no longer as much. Like, you can no longer infinite air grab a Minotaur. But I'm like, why do that when you can still, like... You can air block that, yes. I'm like, why do that when you still allowed for infinite on a Minotaur? I guess I understand it's a bit harder to do the infinite on the Minotaurs in God of War 2 than it is in God of War 1. Like, in God of War 1, you literally... If you get a situation where you launch the Minotaur, which is not the easiest thing in the world, but like, if you get that possibility, which is the best case scenario, you just air grab him 3 times. It's about it. He's dead. He's dead with 3 air grabs. Doesn't matter the Minotaur type. He is dead regardless of his type. Because it does percentage damage. Like, I believe each air grab does 33.3%, 33.3.5% damage. Pretty much, because you can triple air grab any Minotaur. Doesn't matter if it's the start game Minotaur. It's not a health thing. It's literally percentage. Obvious. In God of War 2, the loop for the Minotaur would go... Get him near a wall because your Orion's Harpoon, which is used for the infinite, knocks him back way too far, right? So get him near a wall. That's step 1. Step 2, you hold launch, then you circle Kratos, slams him back to the wall with his Orion's Harpoon. Then you hold triangle, basically mid the animation. While Kratos is done with the Orion's Harpoon, you launch him again. Then another Orion's Harpoon, then you launch him again. Then another Orion's Harpoon, then you launch him again. Eventually he either dies, he either gets circled with one of the Orion's Harpoons, or flat out just vanishes with the Orion's Harpoon. It's still an infinite. A bit of a harder infinite. Like, yeah, you can't do that when you're crowded with enemies around. It's just not safe. I guess I get it. They made things harder with God of War 2. Enemies are generally harder in God of War 2. They're no longer a puzzle you solve and then that's it. Use that thing every time. No, the puzzle you solve still involves enemies around you. So it's not the easiest thing in the world. God of War 3, they own an almost DMC5 like. God of War 3 is the same principle as God of War 2 ground to air grabs and air grabs, but like without the collisions. So basically a downgrade. But it still has an upgrade to it, being that air grabbing a siren now is safe. Being in the air generally, air grabs generally, where you are scared to do them in God of War 2, you can do them more so in God of War 3 since you feel safe. You have a jet dash that you can move away from. You have no on landing block destroying you where your block turns off like God of War 2. You have some specifically cute air grabs, like with the Minotaur, it's no longer a slam down. You slam him down and his horn gets stuck to the ground, leaving him open for attacks, or, you know, kind of busy on the ground. You can move on to another enemy. It's the same with Orion's Harpoon as well. it's a downgrade with God of War 3 in the sense that there's no collisions, but it is also an upgrade since you're totally safe in the air in God of War 3. It is actually optimal to air grab enemies in God of War 3, where it wasn't so in God of War 2 for a lot of enemies. Playing Metal Gear Solid The Phantom Pain, can you give me advice? Get as creative as you want. Don't treat it like any other Metal Gear going with just stealth, because it's a long game and it gets repetitive. A heads up. Put up with it until the end. Actually search up for a tutorial on how to unlock the end because it's kind of iffy. And yeah, it is one of the most creative and insanely amazing games ever. So just take your time with it. Care about Mother Base, please. I didn't care about it until like halfway through the game. But the moment you care about the Mother Base, you're gonna love it more. Has the Zeus fight started yet? I just realized something. I was reading chat as I was in my peripheral view launching the man and air grabbing him. I hate fighting him that way, but now with the Nemesis Whip, it is what it is. I wish I tried more ways to kind of get some damage dished out on him as he's attacking. It is what it is though. I did some of that at the end. Infinite air grabs is totally understandable. It feels cheesy. The always change what you said seems the most reasonable. Variety to say because it's like a bigger and better game. I guess that's the best way to justify it, but I'm still waiting for Eric's word. If he even fucking remembers 15 years ago why he decided to change Orion's Harpoon. If he even cared about it enough. But like, I'm gonna ask him hopefully. One day I'm planning to interview Derek for the channel. I'm gonna get some questions from Big V as well. I feel like that's only right. I respect that man to all hell. I have some cute questions to ask him about the combat. I'll get some questions from Wright, Dante, Ristos as well. Hopefully that interview even happens. It has a huge chance of not even happening. The final boss of God of War 3 is that pathetic. You can clap while reading the chat. Yes, I was literally doing so while not even bothering. But I make it interesting for myself in other runs. I should have made it interesting for myself here, so I apologize. But it is what it is. This last fight is gonna be a whole lot of air grabs as well. It's gonna be over. You can make Zeus fun for yourself by not grabbing him with the launch, slamming him then air grabbing him. Only air grab him when he gets to the air and lightning bolts and all that. You can make him fun for yourself. But generally, he's very easy. He's easy, yet he is in my top 5 or 3 bosses of all time. He's not my favorite boss in God of War 3 any longer, no. That goes for Hades. Hades fucking Hades. Fight him with any weapon and it's fun. Fight him in any run rules and it's fun. Fight him any day of the week and it's fun. He tests your movement. He switches up the game a lot, which Zeus arguably does that as well with the 2D fight. But like, look at Hades, man. I don't know. Hades, I prefer Hades. Even if it's slightly more than Zeus, I prefer Hades. There's no interesting way if you're using Nemesis Whip. There is interesting way. The most cute way I go about weapon specialty is, what can I do that I rarely do with this? Like, square with the Blades of Exile is beep. Nothing interesting. Square with this is very interesting because mid blocks you're inserting some attacks. As he's attacking, 1, 2, you hit him once, then you block. Even if it's one hit, is very beautiful. And so I was trying to do the same with the Nemesis Whip. Like say his 3-hit combo. I block the first, attack a little. Block the second, attack a little. Then maybe move out of the way. It's interesting to find things like that with weapon specialties. Especially in God of War 3. Zesty, my favorite boss is Hercules in God of War 3. Totally understandable, man. That is one of the best boss fights ever. He's very interesting. He switches up the fight a lot of times. He switches up your approach to him a lot of times. He turns into a fucking tank all of a sudden in the 1v1. And you have to zone him. You can't just dish it out the same way you do the fight all the time. I knew jumping would do that. Too gimmicky for my taste. It's the weapons that I think Kratos would never use. The air grab turned out to be totally RNG. It's nothing really that you time perfectly after you launch Zeus. Which that was a revelation for me when I found out from Big V. He was like, what are you doing? Why are you just canceling your launcher so fast to jump? What's the hurry? And then I was like, don't I have to catch him quickly? I was like, no. You literally just have to RNG the shit. Like, this worked. Sometimes it won't work. This worked. Sometimes it won't work. I love how God of War 3 is so fucking hype here at the end. Like, just the whole fucking shot of you fucking running Zeus into the heart of the, you know, the heart of Gaia that basically breaks about life, or what's left of it in God of War 3. The same one that narrated your story in God of War 1. That helped you in God of War 2. Just something very iconic about it. You know the loop with God of War 3 and how iconic it is. The whole full circle aspect that I talked about. Always feels good. Always. Always feels good, man. Every time, man. What a fucking game. The ending to this game and God of War 1. Every fucking time. It feels like the first. Especially God of War 1. Actually, both these games. God of War 1 and 2. Wow, man. What an ending. Every time. Every fucking time. Now do the fear section, but only with your latest weapon. The Lamp of Hope. I'm sure that'll be a fun time for the chat. Am I right, chat? Let's get this beautiful shot before making the outro. How the hell did I get the outro? Like basically like this. Look at that. That's the new main menu for God of War 3 Remake. Look at that. Ah! The whole thing I talked about with the full circle and the God of War 3 is a perfect game video. Which I believe that to be my best video. Like totally, the script game, the music, the mixing of the two, the audio quality, the emotion behind literally every word said in that video. It's just a pure love letter. And something to talk about. Hold on, stop fucking jumping around like this. What the hell? Okay. The whole atmosphere around that video is just filled with so much cum. Now, for real, it's just filled with so much passion. It's insane. So, yeah. God of War 3 with this whole full circle aspect is one hell of a thing that you need to witness in that video. Because the music usage just makes you cry. It's not something tragic. It just makes you cry out of joy. How the hell did I make that video? Truly my best video. I'm just gonna say it. But with all that said, I just recently learned that Gauntlet of Zeus, Ghost of Sparta Zeus has voice lines bonded to the D-pad. I just learned that too. Wow. Did this man say remake? This won't be the menu, but the camera in God of War 3 remake over the shoulder. Shut up. Respectfully. Shoop. Shoop. Stop hopping around like that. Your best video is Kratos falls and hurts his knee. My knees hurt, bro! Your best video is God of War 2 no damage. Understandable why you'd think that. I think it's Right Wife Life Good. That is one of my best videos of all time. You're right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another challenge run. This has been one of the most fun challenge runs ever. One last thank you to the guy that recommended this. Here he is. The man, the legend himself. GR's Blue Bihan, thank you very much for recommending this run. I owe my life to you. Okay, let's not get that dramatic. But like generally, thank you very much for this challenge run. This has been very, very fun to do. And I wholeheartedly hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself talking in the chat. Your best video is Kratos falls and hurts his knees. Why did I read that again? Do another podcast episode soon. I have a lot to talk about in this next podcast that'll happen one day. I still haven't recorded it, but like I'm sure it'll happen one day. So stay tuned. Thank you guys very much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys look forward to more content. This has been your Extreme Gamer Zesty. Your best video would have been a W for no grab run plus no upgrade run plus Clone War. You cheated. The comments said do a Gears 3 run, not a God of War 3 run. Shit. Really? I'm gonna download Gears of War 3 then. Come on. We're up for the challenge. So thank you guys very much. It has been your Extreme Gamer Zestus. Take care, y'all. I'm gonna have to go right now, okay? So take care. Peace. Have a good one. This is the end of the video as well. This is gonna be a video one day. I don't know when, but one day, okay? Thank you. Peace.